What's good? You rocking with your boy TheCzarr, all rights reserved. You know the new Twitter, @ capital ALL, capital CZARR. You know the two R's at the end is TheCzarr. You know I rock. Follow. Go ahead and submit your messages. Everyone who normally message me on there and different things. You can continue to message me on my other one, but I might not answer it right away. I got some stuff going on with that. But message me everything you want to message me. Everybody who was following, follow again. That's where you're going to get your daily updates, and I'm even going to drop some info on that channel. New Twitter, new moves. You know how I rock. We're going to get into it. This one's called Honest Abe. Did Honest Abe step up and address the situation without anyone knowing at that point in time? You see, from what I understand, Victor allegedly did not take the pictures. Did Abe step up to check his brother? Yes, his brother. Did he step up to check his brother like I took the pictures, you put them up? But in this question, after Victor put him up, how wasn't he arrested? Now, we know the way that investigators work. Any affiliation or anything to make leads, they usually arrest people. What was so special about this one boy who submitted death photos up to Twitter and Instagram and whatever social media he had? How was he not checked by the police? So he was checked by his brother, but investigators just said, take it down. That's all they said. That's all y'all said. Now, let's say you had no clue about the inner workings on the backside of it. It didn't become apparent when he did a report, a full report, saying he knew everything. Are you that dull? I don't want to say they're that dull. I'm trying to be respectful. I don't want to say you're that dull. I truly want to say that this was one of the many mistakes that was made on this entire investigation. That's what I don't get. So where's the people taking responsibility for this? There's no one who stepped out from the investigation side to take responsibility for the fall of information. Why? What makes you so special that you don't have to take responsibility for making mistakes and allowing this position to come of alleged suspects that committed a heinous crime, but you can sit there and throw things out in the Miami Herald and have Miami Times and other magazines speaking on this like they're getting direct information from you when you don't even have a bill of information ready. How is this possible? Florida, you guys, Broward County, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't get me wrong. I get you may have some issues with the way information's rolling out, but how are your prejudice prevalent in this situation? What prejudice are you moving with? What is it you're searching for? What is it you're mistaking? What type of issues are you truly having in interpreting the information? What problems am I having with you guys? It's that this man, Victor, said he was getting a jet ski fixed. Did you even check to see if he brought a jet ski to get fixed? And if he did you check what needed fixed? What happened to a normal investigation? So he shows up with Abe, and allegedly Victor didn't take the photos, as I said. So was it Abe? And did he know what was happening on the backside? See, that's the very key information that's going to help us to understand what was going on. Did he know? If he didn't know, fine. But did he know? Was he aware? If he wasn't aware, how are you going to hold someone accountable if they're not aware, right? But off of my simple investigation, I ended up with more information to point to the opposite of him knowing versus what you guys have been able to do, let's say, in the past 2 months. Why is that? How did Victor slide out the scene with an unknown news anchor who we know, but until I actually know her part she played, we're not going to use her, convinced by the girls, since he was simping, he was simping for some attention from these girls who were texting him, asking him to be involved in something. Normal stuff cowards do. Simp. Upload that picture. Let me get this clout real quick. And then you got the news anchor some clout. Was this a clout mission? Was this a mission of clout? Everybody be wanting clout nowadays. And the only reason we give a care is because it works its way into this situation. Now think about it. I did it earlier. I did a video, a witness named Victor, and I let you guys know objectively his story was bull. It made no sense. That's all I knew. That's all I knew. But now you see how visiting certain evidence in the beginning comes out to a conclusion in the end. Now it shows a conclusive theory to why it was so contradictory, because he didn't want to implicate himself in any way. So all he wants to do is tell the story of what happened to him at the scene, but he doesn't want to tell the story of what happened on the back end. He doesn't want to tell the story of how he's partially responsible for this man's life being gone, or how he had some text between the girls and someone else allegedly making moves on the back end. How do you slide 4 black men under the bus, but one man who clearly in his text messages has premeditation of some sort linked, walks free, walks off the scene, steals his brother's picture and posts it? Yes, this is called Honest Abe, because at one point, Abe, who his brother was, stepped up and checked him. Like, why'd you post my pictures? But see, I don't think he knew the true maliciousness behind what was going on. I believe that. I believe he didn't know. Because even in these texts I saw, this person was just naming Victor. They didn't name Abe. He had nothing to do with it. They didn't say Abe and Victor's at the store. They said Victor's at the store with him right now. Like he was down for the count. Did she already know she had you in her hand? Did she know you do what she says? Is that why? Is that why? You see, now that makes more sense. She is like to herself, oh, he's going to do what I tell him to do. Hold on. He's at the store. That's the tone I got from the text messages. Who are the girls, Victor? So you and your girlfriend play Bonnie and Clyde, right? You play Bonnie and Clyde on the back end, but you can't do nothing yourself. So you want to play Bonnie and Clyde to some real sliders. So now these guys are going down, and if any of these guys go down, you need to go with them. You go with them with your jet ski. Take that jet ski money and you put it into the case, because these men are being held responsible like they plotted and planned. Was Victor the mastermind? Was Victor the mastermind that helped hold him in the store, that helped get these guys to come back fluently? Even if he's used, he's one of the masterminds if this is the case. Is that true? Is that what happens? Now, I see no evidence that Abe is a mastermind. I don't see that. Matter of fact, in this situation, it seems like Abe was half mad when he started realizing what went down. What's going on? I'm not getting this. This makes a lot of sense, though. It does make a lot of sense, Victor. It makes a lot of sense how it played out. And here's my thing. You don't have to say who the girls were. You don't have to say what girl hit you up. If you said you said it because you wanted to hop on camera as first on the scene, giving a disclose of the situation like you knew, telling us this happened. Oh, these men jumped out. So in an off route, you told on these 4 men. You told on these 4 men that got locked up, and then you slide off and ride your jet ski. Is that how this works? Nah. You don't get to slide off riding your jet ski, your repaired jet ski. No. If you were actually involved in it, you need to be held responsible. Honestly. So kick 4 black men under the bus and let me go hop on my dad's jet ski with my daddy's money and ride it with my brother. Oh, he don't know I stole his pictures. Yo, ain't no games like that. Ain't no games like that. Privilege doesn't play a part in this situation when someone's life was cost. I hope you understand that. And I don't care if you're done with the situation, like you said. You had more to do with it than you spoke up about in the first place. That's where you're wrong. Don't worry, I'll help you a little bit. I know he couldn't get that in my right, so, I had to help him. But Victor, come on. Ain't no games. Then you took your brother's picture and played with it for clout. Play with it. Is that what you do? You play for clout? Even though you know that only black lives are taken from your neglect? How come you didn't hop on camera? Yeah, I got a text. They told me TenTacion was in the store, and I told them to hold on. I wanted a picture for a reason. So, X in the shop, was that taken by you? Was that picture taken by you? Did you not think to ask him in the first place, but then you want to ask outside for a picture? But you already took one without his permission. Why would you ask outside if you already took one without his permission? What's that? What's that mean? How does that work? How does that work? How does that work? You tell me. I'm already taking pictures of a dude, but now I'm going to go around and ask him for it when I already took a picture of him outside without his permission? That sounds weird. That sounds weird to me. I'm just keeping it real. Now you care what he thinks, but you didn't care what he think when he was sleepy rubbing his eyes. So, like a true groupie, you chose to flick the picture when he not looking. On some crab stuff. Like a crab. You're a true crab. No wonder you got a jet ski. No wonder you're out there riding a jet ski like a true crab. Making crab moves. Getting simped by women to be involved in stuff you shouldn't be involved in. You ain't from that, so why are you involved in it? And weren't you a fanatic? Why would you be involved in something having to do with a favorite star? This is called Honest Abe. Because from what I seen, he kept it realest. Your brother kept it realest than you about the whole situation and let it be. Even if he knew what it was after the fact, he still kept it real with y'all and showed y'all his discontent for your simp moves. Dang. Is that how it works? Hit the Twitter. You know what it is. @ ALL, CZARR. Victor, say what you gotta say. I'm open for your message. I already had people posted on your page. We already reached out to you. We already reached out to you to say something. But you know how I rock. All rights reserved.